is Nicole. I'm a nurse practitioner, orthopedic specialized, and also working on nutrition certification to become a certified coach. I've been making my own meals for a long time now. I've done some bodybuilding shows, running marathons, half marathons. So I wanted to kind of take you guys through one of my meals for this weekend that I'm making for my meal prep. One of the things we really love is pasta, but pasta doesn't always fit into our macros or our goals for training. So it's a really great idea to try other alternatives like squash. I grew a bunch of butternut squash last year in my garden, chopped it all up, and I've had it in the freezer, so I've been using that throughout the winter. And it makes a really good alternative to traditional pasta. I'll provide a link down below, but to just give you guys some numbers, plain pasta, 100 grams to 100 grams of butternut squash, like potassium, 45 milligrams for pasta. For butternut squash, 325 milligrams of potassium. Calcium, 7 milligrams in pasta, 48 milligrams of calcium in butternut squash. Vitamin A in pasta, 0. Vitamin A in butternut squash, 10,630 milligrams. So, also lots more vitamin C. Carbohydrates in 100 grams of plain pasta, 30. And in butternut squash, 11.7. So calories are 45 in the butternut squash and 158 for the same volume of 100 grams in plain pasta. So like I said, it's a really great alternative. But let's say that you do need a little bit of extra carbs. Another good option too is something like a pasta made from chickpea, a little bit higher in protein, also going to be lower in carbohydrates. So that's another good option. And I will be actually incorporating some of that during my heavy training days when I'm lifting in the morning and then running at night. So I actually steamed my butternut squash this time, just because it was easier. Sometimes I don't want to turn on the oven. So the Instant Pot is a really good option. I just threw it in a steamer bag with a little bit of water in the bottom for 10 minutes. Honestly, 10 minutes is probably a little too much. It's a little mushy, but that's okay. We're going to deal with it. I've got my pumpkin seed pesto that I'm going to make. So there's about 2 cups of basil in here that I've already put in here. We have half a cup of pumpkin seeds that are whole, and these are roasted with salt. That's fine. I got a couple cloves of garlic. I've juiced a lime. And then we're going to do 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. And then salt to taste. So I pull out a pinch of salt. Probably need one more. And then I will blend that up. Taste it again. Make sure that it's got enough salt in it. And then use a tablespoon or 2 on my pasta or my squash and my protein source. My protein source that I'm using this week is this classic smoked plant-based frankfurters from Field Roast. I'll put a link, of course, in the bottom as well. These are another great option. Love sausage, it's delicious, but the calorie-wise, so a typical Italian pork sausage, for 1 link, 230 calories. These guys are 190 calories. Fat grams in this regular sausage, 18. This is 10. More saturated fat in the regular Italian pork sausage. Also, actually potassium is higher in the pork sausage than in these, but not by much. 240 milligrams in pork sausage, where 150 in the plant-based ones. But you're going to have more protein, actually 20 grams, of protein in the plant-based sausage as opposed to 12.8 in the pork sausage. So again, all that information is going to be in a link down below. I'll also have the recipe that I use for this week, and I will put together a little meal here We're going to do some of the butternut squash. And the fun thing about that is you can load up, unlike with pasta, you know, half of a cup cooked. It's not very much pasta. Doesn't seem very substantial. And then we've got that on there, and then I will blend up later, not on video, my pesto, put some of that on there. You can also crunch up a little bit more of the pumpkin seeds and put them on there. If you don't have pumpkin seeds or you don't prefer those, pine nuts are great too. We're just looking for some good sources of monounsaturated fats to kind of help balance out. We're trying to get a little bit more omega-3s in the diet, which the American diet is sorely lacking on, and it's really important for anti-inflammatory properties. So especially if you're training or you're getting older, as we all are, it's a really good idea to incorporate that into your diet. So I hope this was helpful. You can also do the same thing with like spaghetti squash. It's really easy. You slice it and roast it in the oven. I can do a video about that later. Zucchini is really great during the summertime. You slice it, spiral it. I mean, there's so many different things you can do with zucchini. So also a really good option. So try incorporating more squash as a substitute for your pasta, or even just, you know, cutting the amount of pasta that you would normally eat with some squash, and that'll just really help to cut down on the total calories if you're trying to, you know, do weight maintenance or even weight loss. And it will also really help boost the nutritional quality of your food. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.